up, though, y'all? Welcome to the crib. Welcome to the UFG podcast, season 2, episode 8. I'm your host, DK, and this is my lovely bride, Lily. Say
Hey.
what up to the people.
How y'all doing?
I knew
What
your
up,
name. Just give me a second. I was trying to let it simmer, let it marinate a little bit. Your beautiful bride, Lily. So you say what up to the people?
Yeah, what up, though? How's everybody feeling?
Man, how was everybody's week, man? How was your week?
Good, but
Yeah, right.
I mean, we about to talk about it. You know how the week ended.
Y'all already know what time it is. We in Detroit, so
Yeah.
you know what's the issue.
Yeah.
But we got a couple things on the slate. We'll talk about NFL playoffs. We'll get to that later.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple things NBA. Scottie Pippen, you got to come here.
Come to the front.
You got to come to the front. Step to the front, Scottie Pippen. And then we got some of you sneaker collectors that's been collecting for a while. I'm kind of tired of y'all whining and crying because it's like you can't please. So we'll talk about sneaker releases and pretty hot topics that's going on in the sneaker culture.
Mm-hmm.
And
so let's get to it. Let's
we'll
get to the little stuff before we get into the big stuff.
Yeah.
So number one on the little stuff: sneaker releases, sneaker
talk. So let's get right into sneaker talk. You got anything that you looking forward to?
That's coming up. I don't have. You the one that shows me what's coming up. I don't really know what's coming up, but
You're gonna have to start knowing. You got to show.
Don't. You show me.
We got to show the man to tell them.
That's his job.
They got female listeners that like you. So you got to lead. You got to take the lead in that. You got your own personality. What you looking forward to? Not what I'm looking forward to. So upcoming. So today is September.
Oh my God.
Jeez, I just jumped like 8 months. Today is January 21st. So January 21st, 2025. Tomorrow's the 22nd. We have the women's Air Jordan 5 golden tickets. They're releasing on the sneakers app and probably at your Foot Locker, all your foot trafficking sites.
They're probably gonna have them. 5 girl.
Yeah, she doesn't like 5s like that.
I don't know why.
She got one pair of 5s.
And they don't even fit me no more.
Yeah.
They're sitting in the box waiting for Elijah. So
yeah. What are you, 6.5 in boys and they're a 6?
Yeah.
Or 5.5?
5.5 in boys.
They are a 5.5?
Yeah. So he'll be.
No, I think they're a 6 and you wear a 6.5. I know they're a half size smaller than what you wear. So you're a 6.5 in boys, so they're probably a 6. We'll check after this is over, though. But anyway, the Golden Ticket 5s come out tomorrow, which is January 22nd, 10 a.m. on the sneakers app. Just to confirm, I'm going to check with Foot Locker and everything like that. Little inside joke. And everything like that. I'm going to check with them. And let's see. January.
We need to have this a little bit more prepared.
Yeah, no, but it's just a week. So I can give y'all a run off for shoes, but I want to keep it concise to a week. Yeah. That way we can have material for next week. Mm-hmm. If we cover everything in January, then what are we going to talk about next week?
Well, I'm just saying as far as like having it prepared for the week.
Right. So
you don't have to be on your phone.
No. But I like to be on my phone so I can be accurate for you guys. So I know, because I know how I get. I see stuff in my head and it's like, sometimes I mess up. So I'm not perfect. Sorry, y'all. But anyway, so we got those coming out this week. And that's really the only release that's this week. Mm-hmm. We previously just had the Black Cat 3s, which I had to pass on. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So I had to pass on the Black Cat 3s, but I am going to circle back and get them. I may get them this weekend. I don't know yet. But I'm definitely circle back and getting those. I'm pretty sure you can find them at all your retailers right now. Your Foot Locker, Snipes. They still had a full size run, almost a full size. Well, basically a full size run on Social Status.
Really?
So yeah. So go on Social Status, pgh.com. Go under sneakers, and they should be there. Bunch of sizes. But that's about it as far as sneaker releases. So hot sneaker topics, right? Mm-hmm. And those Travis Scotts that I did the video for, the Field Jacks, those were supposed to come out on the 17th, but they got pushed back.
Oh.
So there's no date to when they got pushed back to. I don't see anything in the forecast.
What do you think happened? Why do you think they pushed sneakers back like that?
I don't know. That I don't know. Sometimes okay, I get it when Jordan Brand does it, because maybe just like next month, right? This would be a great segue. Next month, you got the Black Metallic 5s, February 8th. February 14th, you got
those pink 3s?
No. February 14th, you got the Jordan 1 High OG 85 Reds.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are the 14th. That's 6 days apart. And then on the 15th, the Black Toe Jordan 1s come out.
God, why
with the
so
Air
close
Jordan
together?
Right. So that's why they push certain shoes get kind of, like chess moved around. So, it's just one of them things where I don't know why they push the field jacks back. I really don't.
Maybe I'll learn it in my marketing class.
Maybe you'll learn that. And maybe we'll get a date on when they got pushed back to, because I don't know right now. And if you guys know, comment down below. Let me know if y'all know the date. I didn't see a potential release date, but I'm pretty sure it's not too far in the future. He just had that 4x4 single that he did halftime of the national championship college football.
Don't get me started on that.
So that was. I'm not.
What was that?
I'm not a Travis Scott music fan.
But right? What was that?
Yeah. That was Travis Scott. He got a lot of fans out there, man. Maybe his fans like that. If you're a Travis Scott fan, let me know if y'all like that. It wasn't for me. It wasn't my cup of tea.
No, it was not.
So
it's
hey, it is what it is, man. That's for the young folks, man. I leave that for them. I didn't understand. I was like, okay, I guess.
I know. I didn't even realize. I know. I didn't even realize that it was a whole
Travis Scott.
I didn't even know it was a real
4x4, and it was like over. After you knew it, like,
I know. I turned away for like 1 minute, and I looked back, and I was like, "Wait, that was." I heard the announcement. Well, that was Travis Scott. And
I was looking to see if I seen like he had on some sneakers that's about to release, But
when the announcer was like, "And that was Travis Scott," I was like, "Wait, that was his."
Yeah,
that was it.
That was it. That's all we get. So I'm not the biggest Travis Scott fan. I think Travis Scott has an amazing team. When it comes down to like sneakers, the team that he got assigned to him at Jordan Brand is amazing. They're doing their job. They do a great job. So to segue, we were talking about the Jordan 1 High OG. So this is the biggest sneaker talk, right? That's going around circulating on, my IG page is curated for sneaker content, of course, because I'm a sneaker content creator. So you got these different content creators in the sneaker world that's making these videos. And one thing, I have a lot of respect for these sneaker content creators who've been doing this for a while, who kind of laid the motivation and paved the way for people like myself, right? So I pay my homage, I pay respect, right? But that doesn't mean they don't irritate the crap out of you.
Right.
That doesn't mean that they don't get on your nerves or that they say stupid things or that they, whiny, crybaby, whatever. So y'all know how I do. I keep it a bag, bro. I don't care if it's my best friend or if it's my wife, even if it's myself. I keep it a bag. So we got different content creators. So those Jordan 1 High OG Bread 85s, arguably is the sneaker that started everything, right? That's like the ethos of sneaker collecting.
That was the sneaker he was wearing on the band commercial.
Well, on the band commercial, but the technical shoe that was banned was the Airships.
Okay.
Right. But that's the shoe that's in the band commercial, right? That shoe right there.
Yeah, that's what I related to.
So right. So the Nike's marketing team, I think, or Jordan Brand's marketing team did a phenomenal job. They made a commercial telling how it's the 40th anniversary, which it is, 85, 2025, 40th anniversary. They went through the archives because they don't have the molds. Of course, they don't have molds from that shoe from 40 years ago. They don't have things from that shoe from 40 years ago to make an exact replica of that authentic shoe from back then. So they don't have that, but they did research. They showed like a little reel where the team that actually is manufacturing the shoe, they pulled up, different schematics, they pulled up blueprints, they pulled this up, material. So they really, really put in, and that shoe retails for $250. So the leather, everything is going to be like really, really good in that shoe. And it's supposed to be that old school tough leather that takes a minute to break in, that lasts the test of time, not the synthetic stuff that we get on most of the sneakers today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the price point is a little bit higher than the rest. So the thing that, and I thought that was amazing. I thought that was awesome. It really just really whet my appetite, makes me really, really want the shoe that much more,
right?
Because of the story that's connected to it,
and
because that's the work they put into it, and then that's the shoe. That was the shoe. That was the shoe that started it all, really. So it's only 10,000 of them going to be made, allegedly. I don't know. Like, everybody has these stock numbers. Tell me who works in the plant that said, all right. On the clipboard, hey, yep, we got 10,000 of those.
And check. That's it.
And that's it, right? I don't know that, but that's what's circulating. That's the information that's circulating.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is a limited number, but 10,000
10,000, that's less than the freeze-outs. Remember with the Marcus Jordan trophy rooms? The freeze-out Jordans?
A little more of a reach for
the freeze-outs was 12,000. But, you know, he backdoored probably more than half of them, allegedly. So I don't know that. So, but whatever have you. 10,000 is the stock number, right? Which means it's highly limited.
Right.
For you guys who are not privy to the sneaker culture and that you just listen because you love us, thank you. But a little backstory, 10,000 sneakers of a high demand. It's not a lot of sneakers, dude.
No.
That's really not a lot. So the 10,000 sneakers will be released across 23 stores. I get it, 23. Now, I'm going to get into my take on it, and I'll explain to you and our listeners the take that other people in the culture have on it. And, you know, we'll go from there. But first, I want to read off the 23 stores.
Okay.
Right? So you will have Sneaker Politics, Oneness, Concepts, Bait, Undefeated, I'm a Manier, Social Status, Lapstone and Hammer, Soulfly, Up NYC, Wish ATL, Soul Play, Exhibition, Trophy Room, what's that? Grind More, Premium Goods, All the Right, Woodstock, Shoe Palace, Success 218, and then store numbers 22 and 23 are TBD. They're to be determined.
Yeah.
So they have to decide which stores will get that, which tier 0. So all these stores, you notice, no Foot Lockers, no Champs, no Snipes. And of course, it's probably going to be on the Sneakers app. They're probably going to load them up on the Sneakers app, a very limited amount. They may even do like a shot drop, you know, so you guys be aware, kind of be, you know.
People are going to be losing sleep.
Yeah, that is a shoe. That's probably going to be the most hyped shoe of this year, right?
Yeah.
So with 10,000, that just makes people want them more for the right reasons and wrong reasons. Right reasons, if you're a collector like myself and you feel like the sneakers that MJ wore are grail, then you definitely want that shoe. That's the shoe to have in your collection. Because the packaging is going to be different. Everything is going to be different with that shoe. And it's the closest to the actual 85 cut that they have released. Because they've released the Bread ones multiple years. I think the last iteration was 2016, right? So people are going to be really, really busting heads open for that shit. And I don't mean that literally, y'all. I mean from
figure of speech, guys.
Right. I mean that from a resale standpoint, they're going to be very expensive. Like right now on GOAT, a 10.5 right now is $1,100, I think. For a pair of Jordan 1s.
And you know what? Actually, I don't even think that's that bad if it's supposedly 10,000 and for only 1,100. That's actually, I would think that the shoe would be up there in the couple thousands.
Yeah.
If it was that limited to 10,000. I don't know. That's just me. I mean, I'm not saying 1,100 is not a lot of money. I'm just saying like
1,132. 10.5 is 1,132 right now.
Yeah, I mean that's still expensive.
That's a whole lot for a Jordan 1.
Yeah.
So all right, with that being said, we understand the exclusivity of the shoe. We understand the backstory of the shoe. It's a shoe that really started it all for us old heads, and it's standing the test of time. That shoe is still relevant 40 years later. A lot of people are mad, right? A lot of people are mad. Now, I can understand why people are mad, because you don't see Foot Locker on there. You don't see Snipes. You don't see Champs. You only seeing that like allegedly 10,000 pairs, right? So they're really, really limiting that shoe. And okay, so this is my problem I have. So I won't name any names, but you got certain sneaker collectors, sneaker content creators. You know, everybody jumped on this. Like everybody. When this story came out, everybody was pushing out like YouTube videos. I was gonna do a YouTube video, but y'all know how I am. I do not like to be like everybody else. So I just felt like, hey, this is good content for our podcast. So if you listen to the pod, here we go.
Then you'll know
Here we go. Here we go. So my thoughts on the matter. So a sneaker content creator made a video and he was saying like, oh, well, you know, I still got the ones from 2016. And I, you know, stuff like that really like irks me. Like, okay, bro, like not everybody has their collection down through the years. Things happen to people where they either lost stuff in the fire or they either sold stuff because they had to, or they couldn't get them shoes back then because like myself, because I had a wife and 2 children, I only made like $13 an hour trying to provide for a family. So a lot of us couldn't afford it back then, right? We couldn't afford certain shoes because I still had kicks.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get I couldn't get as much stuff as I get today, right? So when I'm just saying that to say, dude, you know, get off your soapbox. We get it. You had shoes from 2011 and 2010. And that's why I love Ike, man. Ike is my guy. Ike got shoes that he shows me from 2008 and 9, but he don't make it seem like he's a godfather of sneaker collector. Well, you know, you guys who are newer to sneaker collecting, like, ha ha ha, because I had these since 20. So what, bro? Like, you're not bigger than the culture, okay?
Right.
I can understand people being upset because a lot of people who are fans of Jordan, the brand, this sneaker, won't be able to touch it for retail, right? A lot of people won't, and I think this shoe going to come down once we get closer to the release day. I think it's going to come down. It's a $250 shoe. I think the shoe is going to resell for probably around $500. It'll probably top off. Like once it's done, it's going to go back up in the thousands, I think.
Yeah.
But like around release time, I think, and I don't know. I don't know this. This is my opinion. I'm not a resale artist. I don't resale, right?
But it's kind of like reading the stock market. You kind of give a good,
but sneakers is so different from.
As a consumer, though, you can kind of estimate how it will change based on previous
But you can't really do that because certain shoes don't have that. So with this having hype, you know why this is hype? It's not hype because of MJ. It's not hype because of it's one of the first shoes that started off. You know why it was making it so hype?
Why?
Because it's only 10,000. That's what's making it hype. And see, this is my thing. You guys, you cannot please the sneaker community. You cannot please them. Now, when James released the While You Were Sleeping 3s, he made it plentiful for everybody.
Right.
Dudes was canceling their order because it was so many. Right? It was so many. Y'all was complaining. Oh, it's too many of these. It's this. Complaining, right? Because he's cognizant of the culture.
Right.
He's trying to he wants to see people in his stuff. But now y'all complain about it. All right, bet. You complain that it's too many. You walk into a Foot Locker right now. We go right down the street to the mall. We go to Foot Locker right now. We're going to see multiple retros, right? Not just the Team Jordans or, the Jordan Nothings. I got that from Mike Rich. Shout out to Mike Rich. My favorite YouTuber, by the way. But him and Skip. I don't want to leave Skip out. Skip goes hard. But anyway, the thing about it, you can go into these spots and get some retros, the good retros. You can just go, hey, give me a 10.5. Boom. Retail. I'm out of here. Right?
Right.
But now when something is, you complain when it's in the stores. Right. Now we get something exclusive, you complaining.
Right.
So you complain when it's too many. You complain when it's not enough. What is enough? When does
as long as they get it.
Right.
That's all that matters.
Because most people don't want it because of the story behind it or because they're a huge MJ fan. A lot of people want it because of the resale value. It's a $1,100 Jordan 1.
Yeah.
So a lot of people want to get I want to get multiple. I need to get a couple pair, one for me, and then I can sell a couple. Which, hey, if that's your business, that's your line of work, that's your line of work. That's what you do. I'm not mad at you for that. But I'm just saying, what about the real ones who really admire MJ, who are huge MJ fans and really remember 85?
Right.
Who can remember 85? Some of us was out here walking around, playing basketball, doing all that.
Right.
I was my daughter's age in 1985. I was 7, 8 years old, bro. So I clearly remember this stuff. But at the end of the day, dude, I'm not going to sit here and just rant on that end. It's just annoying to me, two facets. And I will always say this, and I will die on this hill. I love my big brother Jumpman Bostic. I love my big brother Sean Collard, because those two guys are true sneaker collectors that have, and not to say nobody else ain't. I'm a true sneaker collector, right? I'm not saying nobody else ain't, but I'm saying they never put themselves bigger than the culture. They never try to say like, oh, well, I got these from there, and all you newer sneaker collectors, y'all this and y'all that, and I hate that, bro. I hate that. You're putting yourself above something just because you were around longer. You were doing something longer than someone else, right? That's not the attitude to have. That's like, you gotta pat yourself on the back. You feel me? Like, you gotta do that. So I just don't like that mentality when you're not even like on a certain level. Like, you cool, your video, your setup, all that, you use foul language. It's like, dude, come on, bro. Like, your setup is weak, your sound is weak, your lighting is weak. You know, you got some kind of personality because you kind of funny, right? But you use foul language, and it's like everybody don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I'm just gonna keep it a buck, bro. God. And it's like, don't try to put yourself up there, because I'll be one to bring you down. You feel me? Hey, I know I ain't all that, so I know,
Right.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so that's the thought on that 85. So how do you feel? I want to ask you, how do you feel about Jordan Brand limiting, if that's true, the 10,000, the 23 stores, tier 0 stores, is forcing people to go to the neighborhood stores. But also the caveat to neighborhood stores, as we know, a lot of these neighborhood stores, they got their own little friend list, and they're going to be backdooring a lot of them pairs. Now, a lot of them pairs are going to go backdoor and go right back on GOAT and StockX. That's sad. I hate that. I wish it was a way we can stop that and really get the shoes to people who really want to wear them, right? How does that make you feel that Jordan Brand is taking this route to releasing such an iconic shoe to the public, a 40-year anniversary shoe?
I feel from a marketing standpoint, it's definitely a way for them, obviously, to sell the exclusivity, right? They're trying to sell more of the exclusivity as opposed to what the sneaker actually is.
Right.
So I feel that the route that they're taking with this initial release with the alleged of 10,000, I don't think it's going to go as well as they think it's going to go. Because for one, where the sneaker culture is now, how many people are a part of this community, and for you to limit it to only 10,000, you really are excluding such a big part of the community.
So what do? Do you, from a marketing standpoint, okay, since you're excluding, you making a great point. So the caveat to that is, okay, what do we do then? If I'm Jordan Brand CEO and I need your assistance on this marketing plan, you telling me, all right, Darnell, 10,000 is not enough for the culture. This is an iconic shoe. People want this shoe in their collection. It's way more than 10,000 sneaker collectors worldwide.
Right.
So what would you propose? What would you suggest? Would you suggest we do 1 million, 100,000?
I don't think it would be the amount initially. I would feel that this would be an exclusive drop at first for those tier 0 stores, those neighborhood stores, so that they can get their recognition. But I also feel like there should be a another release
Another release
afterwards.
after?
Like if you get, say, the first 10,000, you get a little trinket or something on your box that, hey, the 1 out of 1,000.
Like these.
You know, yeah, something exclusive to show like, hey, I got these when they first launched.
So I'm showing for those who are listening and not visual, I got the Jordan 17 racing gloves that came with the Lightning Low 17 release. Mm-hmm. That was a tier 0 release. Mm-hmm. 218 Burn Rubber. Shout out to Burn Rubber. Got my pair from Burn Rubber. But
so yeah,
I get what you're saying. I feel like they gave those out and a t-shirt.
Right. So I feel like if you still want to sell exclusivity, there's a way to do it. But also, like you said earlier, you can't please everyone.
No, you can't.
So whether they do a wave of 10,000 for the first launch and then a week later do 150,000, you can please a little bit more people with the 150,000, but it's not as much. What is a normal count for releases?
It's really no normal count. I think the Travis Scott medium olives and the velvet brown, I think they were 120,000, and that's still low.
Okay.
Like a Legend Blue 11 or like the upcoming Metallic 5s, I think that'll be around the 500,000 mark. I don't know these numbers, right?
Okay, so I mean, if you want to put
you gotta
it to
think worldwide though,
right? If you want to see, I would say 150,000 would probably be a good midway point.
Yeah, like a Travis Scott release.
Yeah, from something semi-exclusive.
10,000 is really crazy. That's why I say it's alleged. I don't know. When I see Jordan Brand say, "Hey, there's only 10,000 of these," okay, but 10,000 even across 23 tier 0 boutiques, that means. You know how many...
Let's do the math.
You know how many boutiques there are, how many social status boutiques? Social status have a store in Carolina and 2 in Carolina. They got 1 in Charlotte, 1 in Greensboro. They got 1 in Tampa, Florida. They got 1 in Atlanta. They got 1 in Houston. So they got 1 in... they got 2 in Pittsburgh.
Right, so is it Alma Manir or social status?
That's what I'm saying. Stores, I don't know, because if it's only 10,000, then all the stores aren't going to get them.
10,000 divided by 23 is approximately 435 pairs.
So 435 per store.
And how many sizes are there? So from six, right?
I don't think it's for full family size. I think they are men's sizes only.
Men's sizes only.
Right.
So men's size starts
seven.
Seven and a half.
To like 15. I don't know where they're going to cap it at.
Okay. Let's do an estimate. So 7 pairs, about 14 pairs of shoes if you count the halves, right?
Yeah.
So
that's 430 pairs
divided
per store.
By 14, give or take, for each size. That's 31 shoes per store.
That's not a lot.
And that's from size 7 to size approximately 15.
And that's per store, not per
23 stores.
Yeah, 23 stores. That's not every Alma Manir.
Right.
That's not every social status. That's not every Soul Play.
Yeah.
That's not every Wish. That's a limited amount of stores, right? Yeah. So I think it's only 1 Wish. I'm sorry, but I think there's 2 Soul Plays or something like that. Soulfly. I don't know. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong about the Atlanta boutique stores, tier 0 stores. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, the way I would play it, I would definitely. I just think someone in the Jordan Brand. Being that this is 40-year anniversary, they're unlocking the vault. They're giving us all these grails.
You should be able to give it to everybody.
I think whoever had the idea to limit this, if that's true, allegedly that 10,000 number, if that's true, I think the person who made that decision dropped the gavel and said, "Look, we're going to release 10,000 of these." I think they're out of touch. Mm-hmm. They're just not in tune with the culture, right? Mm-hmm. In tune with the community. That's when somebody has to not be a yes man and say, "Hey, that's not a good idea."
It's not.
This is an iconic shoe.
You do that with shoes like Travis Scott's. You do that with shoes
at least give it a Travis Scott release like 150,000, 120,000, 200,000. It's a shoe that people have to be able to want it.
Yeah.
It's not going to sit on shelves.
Right.
I don't care if you make 1 million of them. I'll buy 2 pair.
Mm-hmm.
For real. Like if I had the ability to get 2 of these, I would. And I'll put 1 on ice and I'll wear 1. This is one of those shoes that I'll do that because of everything connected to it for me personally. Right? There's no resale value for me. I don't care. I'm not going to resell them. I don't resell nothing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's one of them things where it's like, who's ever in charge of this release, this rollout, I think they need to really rethink it. I mean, you got a few weeks. If you ever listening, whoever Jordan Brand, you got a few weeks, right?
Right.
The release day is February 14th, right? So that's All-Star Weekend. You got a few weeks. So really rethink that, right? I think you should release more than 10,000.
Yeah, and that's
even
not
if it's just 100,000.
And that's not just coming from someone who is like,
30 shoes per store is nothing.
That's crazy.
And then you got to divide the 30 shoes
divided by
the sizes.
Yeah, so that's like
1 to 2 per size.
Per size, yeah. There's only 2 people, so only 2. So it's between you and another person for that 10 and a half when you go to, if you go to 218 or all
I know
social
they ain't
study.
Gonna give it to me. I already know.
So
218 burn rubber ain't gonna give it to me.
So it's having more pairs will definitely.
I don't get it because you're not losing money.
It will elevate the perception of the brand.
I don't get it. I don't understand. I guess that's a part of marketing that I would never understand. And I know you want to. The fear of loss. You want to instill that in people. The fear of loss, like, oh, I gotta have these. But at this level,
right,
that it's impossible. You're not touching these unless you pay resale, or you got an inside connection with one of these retailers or one of these boutiques where hey, can you put me a 10 and a half to the side? You know what I'm saying? That's the only way, because you're not going to, especially. Like with the 17 Lightning Lows, that was a light number release, right? It was more than 10,000.
Yeah.
But it was a limited release, and it was a tier 0 boutique release. But only how many boutiques got them?
5?
I only think 5 got them that first week, and then they released.
And you see, that's what I'm
more
saying.
Boutiques the next week.
And that's what I'm saying. I think they could go that route. At least give. Just more than 10,000. That's all I'm saying.
10,000 is diabolical.
Yeah.
When you got people out here who want that sneaker, and I want that sneaker.
But you want to release 500,000 of a shoe that really people don't care about. You know what I'm saying?
At the same time, I would never understand, man. So I guess the caveat to that, them releasing such a limited number of that, the Union Jordan 1s, the Shatter Backboard Jordan 1s, and the UNC Jordan 1 highs, all of those are supposed to be plentiful.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, but whoever is in this should tell you guys, just because you have a certain position or you work in a certain facet of, because I can look at people, with me being a sneaker guy, I've been around execs in Nike. I've been around execs in Jordan Brand. I've been around these people. And to me, they like giants, right? Mm-hmm. But this shows you that they're not. Like, not everybody knows what they're doing. Just because they got that job, that don't mean they know what they're doing. This is showing you clearly that they're not in touch with the culture. Mm-hmm. They're not in touch with what's going on right now, right? So that's just, I feel like that's a big mistake on Jordan Brand to do that. Mm-hmm. Me personally. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, I got the ones from 2016, so I don't care. It don't make me no different. Man, I don't care if I had the 2016 ones. I still want these ones. Right? That's just the way it go. And if y'all going to crucify me and dog me out for, you're not managing your money right. If your savings is, man, shut up. Worry about yourself. We going to do what we do over here. Until she tell me, like, no, then y'all can say whatever the heck you want to say.
Right.
You feel me?
I'm gonna make it a little personal because I kind of went through this, just a totally different subject, right?
You putting your marketing student hat on?
No, I'm putting my book reading hat on. So, for those who don't know, today, the 21st, Onyx Storm came out in Target, right?
She's an avid reader.
It came out everywhere. Kindle Limited, everywhere, right? But Target has their own exclusive release, like on
early release, right?
No, not early release. It's more like how the book looks.
Oh.
So like they have sprayed edges, and it's like the packaging is different than different, places, right? So, I have a little connect at Target, And I'm texting her. I'm like, please, if you come
Did they have
across it? No, she told me they didn't. I was like, no. So what makes me mad is, this is what makes me mad about Amazon, okay? I pre-ordered it on Amazon back in September.
And they didn't charge you.
They didn't charge me until yesterday. And the way that my bank account is set up.
Right. If they would have just waited till tomorrow.
Oh my God. So I say that to say this. As far as that exclusivity goes, you know, Target has their own sprayed edges. Barnes & Noble has their own sprayed edges. Mm-hmm. And by the look of the book, you would be able to tell where that person got it from. So it really does suck when there is just a very limited thing.
Do they have a resale market for books?
Oh, yeah, they do.
It's like a GOAT for books?
No, there's no like GOAT for like books. I think they're all like on Facebook Marketplace or eBay. Okay. But like my Throne of Glass series, the original covers for Throne of Glass are like it's like $60 per book. You know, and those books are like $12, you know, at Target or Barnes & Noble or whatever. So, yeah, there is a market for resale in original covers like first editions and, you know, sprayed edged and, you know, those kind of things. So, yes, there is a whole market in those, but it does suck when you can't get your hands on an exclusive cover.
Man, tell me about it.
And yeah, so it's hurting my heart today because I got to wait till tomorrow to see when I pay Amazon if they'll send out my book or if they'll be like, hey, look, you waited too long to pay us.
Amazon normally give you a couple, like, they give you a couple, like, tugs before they cancel the order. So hopefully when that direct deposit,
you know, just wait one more day.
Just wait, Amazon, chill. What's that? Elon Musk, is that him?
No.
I get them mixed up, man.
Jeff Bezos.
That's Jeff Bezos. They billionaires. Elon Bezos. I don't know.
But yes. Anyways, that's my little piece of.
So, with that being said, did you give your perception? Oh yeah, you did give your perception of how Jordan Brand doing. I think it's a mistake. What you think?
I think it's a mistake.
I think it's a mistake.
I don't think it's gonna go well over with consumers. Not just for the people who do get them, but for the people who don't. Yeah. You know, it's not going to go well.
You already charging $250 a sneaker too.
And we understand why you're charging $250, but at the same time,
you pumped everybody up. And then the problem is you pumped everybody up. Everybody knew that this shoe was slated for this year. Like those of us in the sneaker culture, in the sneaker game, we know what's coming out a year ahead of what's coming out. Right. So I'm already checking off shoes in 23 and 24. I'm checking off shoes in 25 that I want. Mm-hmm. Right? We be laying in the bed and I'm going through them like, yep, I'm getting those. Right.
And I be doing that with my books on Goodreads.
I'm getting those. Like we're already, so you already done hyped us up for this shoe. Yeah. Oh, the Jordan Bread 185, and I don't have the 2016 version, so I need these ones. These need to be added, and it's like you put this spin on it. It's like it's kind of. You know,
discouraging.
But I do got I can flex though. So I got some connections in different places. Hopefully it'll work out. I don't know. So I'm not banking on it. You know, nobody can sit back. I'm not at that level yet where they like, oh man, you straight. Don't even worry about it. Right. I'm not there yet. I wish I was there locally. I should be there locally, but that's another story. We ain't gonna talk about that. But anyway, that's the
sneaker news.
That's the sneaker news for this week, that's the big subject going on in the sneaker culture this week, man. Mm-hmm. Everybody on them Jordan 1 High 85 OG breads, man. So, and y'all sneaker collectors that already got like people. I don't need the flu games. I still got the ones from 2016. I got the 2016 ones too, but guess what? I'm getting these ones too. That way I can wear my 2060 right guano bowls. I can wear the whole, you know, the 2016s like crazy and leave the 2025 ones and let them sit. You know what I'm saying?
5 years, 6 years.
I just can't stand when you sneaker content creators, you try to flex because you got these and I've been collecting since. I hate that. And then I hate the fact that a lot of y'all try to pocket watch. Like, why are you spending your money on that? So what? Let people spend their money on what they want to spend it on.
It's like, I get it. You want, you know, sometimes people have their niche and some people have their way of like how their content is created. But at the same time, don't make the person who decides to do
Yeah.
what you're
I don't
preaching
want
to
to feel
do
guilty.
against.
I want to
Right.
show your channel support and love, right?
Yeah.
Like a certain person, I love their content. I love, they from my area. I love their content, but it's like every time I watch their video, they make me feel guilty about spending money.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to click on a video and every time I click on it, you talking to me about savings and all that. Okay, that's cool, but I thought you was doing sneaker content.
Mm-hmm.
Then you making people feel guilty for what they buy or what they want. They go, oh, it's 2025. If you still stressed out about sneakers, then something is wrong. Bro, leave people alone, bro. Like, just leave people alone. Let people be stressed out over sneakers, bro. You ain't stressed because you got it. You already got 300 shoes from 1985. So,
Yeah.
like, leave people alone. Like, I'm not going to sit there and make people feel bad because they really want something.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody is probably more invested in it than you. That's the problem. When you get a whole bunch of sneakers and you got it and they start coming back out and you don't want them, you start to dog the brand. Like, oh, man, they're releasing them again. How dare they release? It ain't about you.
Right.
It's bigger than you, man. And I hate that. I hate that with a passion, man. So, whatever, man. We're going to move on to the next subject, which is the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So, the NBA, as y'all know, a big day for the NBA is Martin Luther King Day, which was yesterday, January 20th, which old Donald was sworn in yesterday, and everybody going at Nelly and Snoop Dogg, and what a day.
I'm so glad I'm out the loop when it comes to that kind of stuff. Cause
what a day. So
I just enjoyed the day off.
Man, I was scrolling. Hey, look, I was scrolling on Instagram this morning, eating my popcorn like, So, but anyway, to the NBA, different scores. So we got the Bulls beat the Clippers 112-99 in LA. New Orleans beat the Jazz in New Orleans 123-119. Cleveland beat the Suns 118-92 in Cleveland. New York was at home against the Hawks. That's a game that always strikes nerves. You know, the Hawks and Trae Young and New York fans don't get along, and they were in New York. So, but they ended up winning. Let's see some stats. It was 119-110. The Knicks won. What did Trae Young do? So Trae, he was 8 for 22. 27 points, 6 assists, 4 fouls. So, he didn't perform that. He didn't shoot that well, but he played decent. He wasn't bad.
Almost a 30-point game.
Yeah, 8 for 22, and he was 6 for 12 from 3. So he just was broke from 2.
Yeah. Inside
the arc, he was broke. But then you got on the other end of the ball, Jalen Brunson, 12 for 18, 3 for 5, 34 points. He gave him that work. So Jalen Brunson is a beast, man.
Still don't like him.
You don't like Jalen Brunson? I ain't never know you ain't like Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson cold. With the little twisties coming out of his
hair. Yeah. Jalen Brunson cold, bro. So, Cat Williams. Karl Anthony Towns. 5 for 18, 1 for 6 from 3, only 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 13 points. Boy, you better get your big butt in there and grab some boards. So,
all right, why you that tall for anyway?
119, all right, 119, 110. Knicks won at home. Then the Grizzlies was at home against the Timberwolves, and they beat the Timberwolves 108-106. That was a close game. I watched that game. That was actually a really good game. Julius Randle is just not doing well in Minnesota. He's in
Minnesota. I didn't even know he was in Minnesota.
Yeah, the Knicks traded Karl Anthony Towns. Went from Minnesota to the Knicks, and they traded Julius Randle to Minnesota. So,
I didn't even know that.
Anyway.
My mind is just football this past year, okay?
Right. Julius Randle was 2 for 13 from the field, 0 for 7 from 3, and 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 points.
0 for 7 from threes?
Yep, 5 points in 34 minutes. Nobody shot the ball well for the Timberwolves. And Elwich was 8 for 19, 3 for 8 from 3, 32 points. Naz Reid played well. He was 11 for 20, 5 for 10 from 3, 29 points, 8 rebounds. We come down to Memphis. Desmond Bain, 7 for 14, 4 for 6 from 3. He played well, 22 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Ja Morant, 5 for 16 shooting, 0 for 4 from 3, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, and 19 points. Jaren Jackson Jr., 9 for 18, 0 for 3 from 3, 24 points, 11 rebounds. That's a pretty good stat bar. And 106, 108, they beat them. Man, it was a good game. It was kind of a blowout. Like, Memphis was up double figures the majority of the game. So, in the fourth quarter, Minnesota made a run. They even got the lead back for a little while, and then Memphis just pulled it off. So the Pistons and the Rockets played in Houston. The Pistons beat them 107-96. Cade had another 30-point game, which he better. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing about the All-Star because it's whack this year, so it don't even matter.
Right. I don't even think it's an honor to be an All-Star.
Right. Cade was 12 for 22, 3 for 5, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 32 points. He definitely better. I think he should get most improved player.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he was already good. He was already averaging 20 and like 5 assists, 22 points, 21 points a game last year. But this year he took his game up to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like this year he's averaging 24 and a half, 6.5 rebounds, and 9.3 assists. So, yeah, man, he definitely deserves like most improved.
Yeah.
Something, bro.
Something, because I mean, look where the Pistons are now.
Something. Yeah. They balling right now. So, I'm trying to look at his stats from rookie on. So he was a rookie in 21-22. He averaged 17. His second year he averaged 19. Last year he averaged 22. And then this year he averaged 24 and a half. So he gets better every year. Incline. He's getting better. So yeah. Shout out to Cade Cunningham, man. Shout out to Cade, man. I gotta get me a Cade Cunningham jersey, man. I like Cade. And then the Hornets beat the Mavericks 110-105. I can't believe they lost to
the Hornets?
To the Hornets. And they were in Charlotte though. So home court advantage, it can be effective. Klay Thompson was 2 for 5 in 30 minutes. Klay, how you only get 5 shots in 30 minutes? So Spencer Dinwiddie was 3 for 11. Kyrie was 11 for 24. Daniel Gafford was 12 for 15. He had a good game, 31 and 15 rebounds. And then PJ Washington was 5 for 15, 13 points, 9 rebounds, excuse me. But Kyrie 11 for 24, 33 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. But how do Klay get 5 shots in 30 minutes? Yeah, that's I don't get it. No Luka that game, so that can count too. LaMelo Ball was 8 for 21, 5 for 10 from 3, 23 points, 9 assists, 7 boards. Miles Bridges he was 8 for 15, 4 for 7 for 3, 5 boards, 2 assists, 23 points. So that was it. They won 110-105. And then finally, the Celtics and the Warriors.
Goodness gracious. What an abomination.
In Golden State. They was out in the Bay.
Abomination.
125-85. They smacked them by 40 at the crib. So
what was it at halftime? You had told me the score. It was the score I had. They were up at
it was like 54. No, it was just 54-39. They was up by like 15.
What? Okay, then it must have been sometime in the third quarter when I seen that.
But they ran off 43 points in the third quarter. They ran off 43 points in one quarter, man. They crazy. The Warriors, and then after they beat them by 40, look, Steph is just having a good old time talking to Jason Tatum.
I seen that.
Like, see, it's that, bro. It's that. That's
Kobe
why
would never.
Man, I just can't, bro. I can't do it with these superstars that's in the NBA, man. These dudes are just a different breed, and I'm just dying for somebody to break the mold and just be like different, bro. You ain't even gotta be MJ. MJ is once in a lifetime. Mm-hmm. You ain't gotta be Kobe. You ain't gotta be none of them, man, but the mentality. That's what I'm talking about. These dudes is just not mentally tough. They're not. They just
everybody want to be friends.
They make so much money.
Yeah.
They're so rich. They're just like, oh, it's just a game. Oh, you beat us by 40.
It's fine. We're not desperate.
Cool. Hey man, you want to go out to dinner? Bring your girl. I'll bring my mistress and my wife. You know what I'm saying? God. I'm just kidding about the mistress and wife thing. But yeah, man, I'm just sick of just no moxie, bro. No, like, man, what? You ain't gonna beat me by 40. Right. And I'm just sitting there on Martin Luther King Day, a primetime game. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Warriors suck, bro. Like, they are so bad that it's not even funny. Right. I'm gonna read off these box scores to you guys. They only score 85 points, bro. They're 1-10 when they score under 100 points. 1-10. Now they're 21-21 as a whole. That's their record.
They won?
Huh?
What's the one game that they won?
I don't even know. I can't even tell you. But as far as Boston go, nobody on Boston played extremely well. They just smacked them from all over, man. Just, well-rounded. So Jason Tatum was 9 for 20, 3 for 10 from 3, 9 boards, 7 assists, 22 points. Kristaps Porzingis only played 22 minutes, but he was 6 for 13, 3 for 7 from 3, 7 boards, 2 assists, 18 points. Then you had Drew Holiday. He played 27 minutes, 4 for 5, 2 for 3 from 3, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 10 points. Jaylen Brown was 8. He played 29 minutes. Look at that. They only playing like 20. Nobody playing 30 minutes.
Right.
That's how bad they smacked them, bro. They smacked them so bad at the end of the third, they took them out.
They took them out.
Just how we used to do people back in 2015, 2016, back in them days. Mm-hmm. But anyway, Jaylen Brown, 29 minutes, 8 for 14, 1 for 3, 4 boards, 2 assists, 17 points. And off the bench, Peyton Pritchard, 5 for 10, 2 for 6 from 3. He had 9 assists, 14 points in 22 minutes. So we come down to the Warriors. Trace Jackson Davis, he had 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. I don't understand. Look, he's a good young guy, and I liked him when we first got him a couple years back. He's a good kid, right? Mm-hmm. But why is he like our starter? Why is he like? Why don't the Warriors try to go get a big man? That will help Steph Curry out tremendously, man. He needs another star, but Steph Curry told y'all the other day, we're not desperate for our future. We got to get our future. What do you mean your future, bro?
You're not going to have one with the team that you got right now. They don't make them like they used to.
I can't. So Steph was, what's that? 6 for 16, 4 for 12 from 3, 18 points. Andrew Wiggins, 1 for 11 in 24 minutes, 0 for 4 from 3, 3 rebounds, no assists, no fouls, and 4 points. This is a first pick. It's a first round, first pick guy. He was drafted number 1 overall. I mean, it was years ago when he was drafted, back in 2013, whatever. How many ever years he been in the league? But that's a number 1 pick, 1 for 11. He do not want to be there. Get rid of him. Pack him up. See ya.
Right.
I can't do this, bro. I can't. It's so hard to look at these. Dennis Schroeder, 3 for 8, 17 minutes, 1 for 4 from 3, 7 points. Steph Curry and Moses Moody are the only 2 that scored double figures. Mm-hmm. Moody had 13, Steph had 18. That's how bad that game was. That's how bad. As a team, they shot 14 for 53 from 3. Ugh. 26%. 14 for 53, bro. It's like the Warriors are garbage. And that's my team. I can say these because that's my team. I can critique my team.
Right.
They suck, bro. They suck. They're not even in the same league as Boston. And Boston is not even like the best team this year. Cleveland is the best team, record speaking. Mm-hmm. But I think when it comes down to it, rubber meets the road playoffs, I think Boston gonna win it again.
Probably.
Boston just has that glow. They know how to win, right? Mm-hmm. Once a team knows how to win a championship, if everything is everything, they got the same core guys. They might interchange 1 or 2 role players, and they got the same coaching staff. And the core guys are getting better and better, then they win again, right? Mm-hmm. That's why it's so prevalent for teams to win back-to-back in the NBA, mm-hmm. right? So it happens a lot in the NBA. But the Warriors, man, we're never winning another ring.
Not in this, I guess.
Because we have a superstar that's content.
Yeah, he's fine.
Like, let's worry about the future. Let's not gamble the future off for Just
Whatever he said.
It's a challenge for us to do it. Like, dude, shut up. I hate when dudes try to sound so philosophical and say nothing. Like, you said a bunch of nothing stuff. You said nothing. Nothing, bro. Like, man, but
that's your
those
NBA.
are scores. That's not the NBA. Those are your scores from the other night.
Oh, we have
we got something big to talk about. Mm-hmm. So, if you guys didn't know, do you guys know who Scottie Pippen is? You know who Scottie Pippen is? All right. Scottie Pippen was on a podcast, the PBD podcast.
That's
so his name, right? I know Patrick what's his name?
David.
Patrick Bet David. So he got a hyphenated last name, Bet David, right? Patrick Bet David. He's a businessman, Iranian businessman. I've never seen this guy. He's not a journalist. He just does a podcast, and somehow he got Scottie Pippen on there. I don't know. He probably threw some money at Scottie. Scottie like, yeah, I'll do it. Right. I got a migraine, but I'll do it, So anyway, so Scottie Pippen, this is recently he got on this podcast. I'm going to tell y'all exactly which day. It was 4 days ago. So 4 days ago, which is what, Saturday? Mm-hmm. Scottie Pippen gets on this podcast and just, I think... And I say this.
Just say what he said first, and then.
I hate Scottie Pippen. I'm just going to say that, right? I don't hate him as a person. Like, I don't know him to hate him, right? But I hate what he's showing the world.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell y'all why. So, one thing that I didn't like is, okay, I'm not a huge LeBron fan. I have a lot of respect and regard for LeBron when it comes to 48 minutes, 94 feet, and the things he's done throughout his career. Hey, LeBron is one of the greatest. One of the top NBA players ever, right? LeBron is in that category. We can say that. He's not the best. He's not even the second best. He's not even the third best in my book. But he's up there. He's in that category, right? Out of thousands of NBA
top
players.
10. Yeah.
Right? So,
top 10.
I'm going to say this, man. I'm not a big LeBron fan, but Patrick Bet David asked Scottie Pippen to choose, because Scottie was like, "Oh, I'm more of a team player. I'm about this and I'm about that." All right, y'all. He asked him if a GM was choosing between LeBron James and Scottie Pippen, who would they pick? So Scottie, like himself,
Mm-hmm.
I get it. You don't want to, arrogance. Ego.
Right.
I get it. Okay. But when you ask the question, if a GM has Scottie Pippen and LeBron James both in their primes,
mm-hmm.
if I got both of them, I'm going to pick LeBron James, bro. I'm not picking Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not, right? So at the end of the day, like I said, I am a huge MJ fan. I'm not on that LeBron thing, right? I respect him, but I'm not on that train. But at the end of the day, dog, you got to keep it up. You got to keep it real, man. Mm-hmm. What are we talking about now?
Scottie was a role player.
Scottie, we going to get to what Scottie was, but the remark that he said, because Patrick Bet David told him, like...
Not role player, but you get what I mean. Number 2.
He's the number 2, the greatest number 2 of all time.
Yeah.
I'll say that. So... But it's because of
I just don't want people to come for me for saying he's a role player. But yeah, go ahead.
He the greatest number 2 of all time because he had the greatest player of all time and playing alongside him.
Right.
So anyway, Patrick Bet David even asked him told him I think GMs are going to choose LeBron James over you, Scottie. Like he was direct with him.
Yeah.
Scottie was like, well, I got 6 rings. All right, Scottie. Out of those 6 rings, Scottie, how many MVPs you got? We're not even going to go there yet because this is another take that he said. So Scottie Pippen, if y'all don't know, he changes up who's the GOAT every so often.
Right.
Right? At first, he said, LeBron James was the GOAT. But then when Stephen A had him on this was First Take back in the day, a couple years ago, not even that long ago, Skip wasn't there. Skip was still going to FS1. But Scottie was on there with, I think, T-Mac and Stephen A. And Stephen A handed him his butt. Mm-hmm. Like, how can you say LeBron is better than Michael Jordan when he, Stephen A. He ran off a list, made him look stupid.
Yeah.
So then Scottie changed his tune. I would never say that, MJ is the best because he's this and he's that, he's this. Okay. So he went from LeBron to MJ. Mm-hmm. And now in this interview, this podcast, he say Magic. Now I love Magic. To me, Magic Johnson is the second best player of all time in my book. Mm-hmm. That's the second best because name somebody who has a finals MVP as a rookie. And that was Scottie's argument, which is a good argument, right? Mm-hmm. But that's 1 year. You can't just say 1 year makes you the greatest ever.
Yeah.
Right? But that's 1 year, but Magic do have 5 rings. Mm-hmm. And Magic had a huge impact on basketball. 6'9" point guard. He was unstoppable, bro. Mm-hmm. So,
Played all 5 positions.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. Like, I get that. But even Irvin Magic Johnson himself would tell you who's the GOAT.
MJ.
He will say that himself because he's confident. He know who he is.
Yeah.
He know he was winning championships before MJ. He got his in before MJ.
Right.
Right? He had 5 by the time MJ got 1. Mm-hmm. So Magic confident in who he is. He ain't got no qualms, no problem. Charles Barkley, same way. He ain't got no problem saying MJ the best.
Right.
But these guys are idiots, right? So my thing with Scottie Pippen saying that. This is why I can't stand Scottie Pippen. First of all, Scottie, a lot of this you're being, and it's no, I'm not sexist because I love you. You my queen, you my bride, you my better half. Scottie, you sound like a female, bro. For real. You're mad because of Marcus Jordan.
Yeah. I'm about to say
that's why you're mad. You're making it personal. You're eliminating 94 feet, the practices. When MJ, you said it yourself. MJ taught you how to stay in the gym.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody go watch The Last Dance.
Did y'all forget when Scottie was a rookie, Charles Oakley was grabbing him by his shirt, smacking him around in front of the camera? Like, what you say? Mm-hmm. Say it again. Charles Oakley smacking him around like a little punk.
And who stood up for you?
No. This when Charles Oakley played with the Bulls. That was his own teammate doing that in the locker room, just smacking him around. Now, at the end of the day, because he was talking junk saying he was going to be better than MJ, Charles Oakley was like, what? Come here. You sound stupid. Then, 1990. Oh, Scottie got a migraine. You got a migraine. When I woke up that morning, I just was seeing double. I couldn't see. This is the stuff, right? And this is not making Scottie look bad. This is lie. This is what happened. This is history. Mm-hmm. What about in 97? In 98? In the Utah series, your back was hurting. Who carried you to your 5th ring? Right?
It was Magic.
With the flu.
Was it Magic?
With the flu. 38 points. With the flu. Well, I ain't going to say flu-like symptoms. Right. People say he was hanging out, had a hangover. That's alleged. Who cares?
Didn't he say he ate all the pizza?
It was pizza. He got food poison and he had flu-like symptoms. So that's how you know people wasn't there. I was in high school in 97, bro. So I remember that. That was the summer of me going in the military. I graduated high school June 14, 1997. So I remember that. Mm-hmm. I remember that. Like, he didn't have the flu, bro. People say, oh, the flu game. They called them shoes the flu game because the announcers before the game said MJ has flu-like symptoms. Mm-hmm. He kept throwing up. He was weak. And everybody, oh, he had a hangover. Dude, shut up. Shut up.
Hey, if MJ said it was because he ate all them pieces, then I'm going to go with that story because that's coming out of his mouth.
The fact of the matter is, MJ, like, even Magic said on the Dream Team, they said, man, MJ would stay up all night and still get up and go to games and do his thing. Mm-hmm. He ain't never had no flu-like symptoms then. It's because he got food poison, bro. Why is that hard for people to believe? Mm-hmm. The Utah fans hated them that much. They wanted to win the championship. Mm-hmm. So he got a pizza delivered to the room. Tim Grover was in the room with him. Like, what is wrong with y'all, bro? Like, why can't you? Where is MJ hanging out in Utah?
So back to what Scottie said.
So anyway, so we get down to it. Scottie had a migraine, 1990. Game 7 against the Pistons. Guess what? MJ balled out. MJ had like 31 points, like 10 assists or 8 assists, 10 rebounds. MJ balled. He got left hanging because Scottie had a migraine. They lose. What happened? Right after that loss, BJ said they went right to the gym. And what happened after that? They win their first of 6 championships that very next year, bro. Not because of Scottie Pippen, bro.
Right.
Scottie, he made you. You should be the biggest MJ cheerleader. You would not have not one ring without MJ. MJ would have got, whether it was 6, 7, 5, 3, 2, MJ was going to get him some rings with or without you. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. They can fill that void that you held with Charles Barkley, with whoever. Championships would have been won by MJ. He brought y'all along for the ride. MJ got so emotional talking about if y'all didn't want to play. He was like, so what? I brought people along with me. I drugged them. I made them come along with me. But he made them champions, bro. And you, out of all people, should be the most grateful, bro. Mm-hmm. You got 6. You are a 50 greatest because of him. If Scottie Pippen would have got drafted to the Seattle Supersonics, the Portland Trailblazers, the whoever, whatever other team, the Indiana Pacers, if Scottie Pippen would have got drafted by anybody else, he would be a dynamic role player at best for his career.
Because he sure didn't do anything when he went to Houston and Portland afterwards.
Say it again.
He didn't
for the people in the back.
He didn't do anything when he was by himself when he went to Houston and Portland.
And then what did he do when MJ went to play baseball? MJ went to play baseball. He had a whole year and a half by himself with the Bulls. What did he do? He gave up on his team.
Yeah.
He quit.
He sure did.
He quit. And then he get mad at the people at the Last Dance. Oh, y'all depicted me as this bad person. No. That's what you did.
Right.
That's what you did, bro.
There's no nice way to say that you gave up.
You gave up. You had Bill Cartwright, big 7-foot dude, crying. Because you gave up on the team because they looked to you.
Right.
It wasn't no more MJ for you to fall back on. Now you the leader. Mm-hmm. What happened, bro? You give up on him. Right. Because you couldn't get a play drawn up because Tony Kukoc got the last shot. Right. And they won despite of you.
Right.
That makes you look really bad. And for you to turn around and say something against MJ, I can't stand it. How ungrateful.
He's on the list.
With Nick Wrong, Shannon Sharp.
He on the list.
You on that list,
Put
bro.
it on the list.
But that's the thing. It's like, how dare you?
Yeah.
You're a 50 greatest because of Mike.
And really, like you said, all of this is just making it personal because of what's going on.
Of Marcus Jordan and Larsa Pippen. It ain't even going on no more. That's over with.
It's over with. But he has too much pride to let that go. But hey.
And it's like, you on People Podcast. This dude PBD podcast, man. How many? He's got 2.43 million subscribers. I don't know who this dude is. Never known him. He a businessman. This is the first time I ever heard of him. Good for him. He can interview people on that platform. He has that platform. But that's what you doing, Scottie? For real? Like, even when the Bulls broke up, like my wife alluded to, like Lily alluded to, you went to Houston. You couldn't do nothing in Houston. You played with Barkley in Houston. You couldn't do nothing. Then you go to Portland, play with Rasheed and all them boys. Still, you got beat by the Padawan. MJ's Padawan took you out. Kobe. Mm-hmm. Couldn't even make it to the finals. So I don't want to hear nothing about what you would have did, Scottie Pippen.
Because you had a chance and you sure didn't.
You didn't do anything without Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Michael Jordan would have been great with or without you, dude.
And he can't stand that fact.
And he know it.
He knows it.
Then he talking about, me and MJ, we never went out to dinner together. So, what are you, a female?
I think
what does MJ look like sitting at a dinner table just with you?
We see why now.
Come on, man.
But all right,
look who you married. Look who you married, Larsa Pippen. Look at her. Look at what she did, bro. That show you what type of person you are. You don't think, bro. Let's reel it in. I can't stand that dude, bro. Scottie Pippen, you for the birds, man.
You were on the list.
Get out of here, bro. When you start disrespecting Mike, man, that's ridiculous, bro. That's the worst thing that you can ever do, man. This dude helped you be great, a household name. Mm-hmm. Because of him, bro. It ain't nothing you did. You got carried through all 6 of them finals. Tell me one finals you led the team in scoring. Tell me one finals you got finals MVP. Tell me one year where you got defensive player of the year. Tell me. Tell me one year you got regular season MVP. You led the league in scoring. The best thing I can remember is when you shaved your head off looking like hot dogs at the top and you won the All-Star Game MVP in 94 when MJ was away with them red flights on. That's the only thing that's your high point. On to the next subject, bro. Football.
Oh.
Sad day in Detroit.
Yes. So all Detroit teams lost. And Ohio State won.
Yeah. Congrats to Ohio State.
No.
Yeah, congrats to Ohio State. We got Ohio State lovers that listen to us. So congrats to Ohio State. We're Michigan fans. We still beat them. So whatever. They lost to us 4 years straight. They won a national championship after we won. We won last year. Y'all won this year. Good job. Big Ten, stand up. Let's do it. So Saturday, January 18th, the Chiefs beat the Texans 23-14. I didn't think that game was in question at all.
Not at all.
I knew the Chiefs was going to pull it out. It was tight. It wasn't like light up the scoreboard game. Patrick Mahomes didn't play like extremely well.
Didn't he get hurt?
He did. He tweaked. Yeah, he tweaked something. Mm-hmm. Hunter said he not playing, but man, come on, bro. Mahomes gonna play. They gonna get that boy a shot, and he gonna play. He was 16 for 25, 177, and a touchdown. He got sacked 3 times. He didn't play well. He didn't play crazy, right? Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. Kelsey. So look, Mahomes threw for 177 yards. Travis Kelsey had 117 of those 177. So that's the thing, man. Kansas City knows how to win. And all y'all keep talking about the refs want them to win and this. Stop, y'all. Yeah. The refs can't go out there and throw touchdowns, bro.
Yeah.
They can't do it. Just like in basketball, the refs can't make threes and the refs can't make free throws for you. So stop. The Chiefs are a championship pedigree team. They know how to win.
Yeah.
Even if it's by a field goal last minute, they know how to win. Mm-hmm. That's why you can't bet against them. It's just like with the Patriots when Tom Brady was there. You can't bet against the Patriots. They know how to win. It may not look pretty, but they pulled the W out. That's all that matters. Mm-hmm. And see, Patrick Mahomes, at first, he wanted to light the scoreboard up. He wanted to throw for 400 yards. Then he started learning, like, that don't win games.
Right.
I can throw for 170 yards and still get a playoff win. Mm-hmm. That's what he on. So Baby Goat is on this thing. That's Baby Goat, man. Since my team is out, Baby Goat, I'm rooting for you.
Let's go for the 3-peat.
Get that 3-peat, Baby Goat. Make history.
Right.
I'm with that. So, and then the Commanders and the Lions, man. Lions lost 45-31. That was a gut-wrenching, hard game to watch. And I didn't like it from the jump.
No, so 3 and out to start the game.
First possession, 3 and out. But the first two plays you handing off to Dave Montgomery? And he been out. When you had Jahmyr Gibbs literally win us the game against Minnesota.
In a historic
4 touchdowns. Run. And then look, Jahmyr Gibbs, this game.
He still had a good game this game.
Jahmyr Gibbs, he carried the ball 14 times for 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. 105 yards on 14, that's 7.5 yards per carry. That's amazing.
Yeah. How much? What did Montgomery have?
David Montgomery ran for seven rushes, 28 yards, 4 yards a carry. 4 yards a carry is not bad.
No.
But Jahmyr Gibbs is on fire. You use that young blood. That young blood, bro.
It was the, hey, Montgomery's back. Let's show him
Yeah,
some
it was
love.
arrogance. It was arrogance. We went in there thinking that Washington, we got the number 1 seed. We at home. We got the best offense. We went in there not right. And I seen it. I told you. I said, I don't like this.
Yeah. No,
I don't
said
like
the same
this.
thing. I said the same
3
thing.
and out
When we went 3 and out, I was like, oh, this reminds me of the Bills game.
Yep. They get the ball. They go down. They hit a field goal. 3-0. Boom. We get our second possession. We drive methodically down the field. Boom, boom, boom. Touchdown. 7-3. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Now we back. Now I feel good.
Right.
Because I seen how we just walked down the field like boom, 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 touchdown. Let's go. So they shook the cobwebs off, whatever. This is where the game changed. 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2. It was either 3rd and 1, 3rd or 2. It was 3rd and short. Should have handed the ball off. They dropped back the pass, being greedy. Y'all keep talking about this Ben Johnson stuff. Y'all think Ben Johnson is perfect. Ben Johnson is a good offensive coordinator, right?
He's still
being a head coach is a totally different ball game from being an offensive coordinator. So all y'all crying about him leaving here in Chicago right now, good for Ben Johnson, right? Good for him. That don't mean we not going to be good.
Right.
He made some bad calls too, bro. 3rd and short, you throwing the ball and Goff can't protect the ball and he fumbles.
That was
so instead of going up,
that was a turning point for the whole.
Instead of going up 14-3, we turn it over and get them 7. Now we down 10-7. That's a swing. Look at that swing. Right there, bro. We stopped them on 4th and short, bro.
Yeah. That was
Had
really
the
momentum. I feel like that was the only time we stopped them on a real good defensive
And
play.
then people keep saying, oh, the defense. Look, our defense been sucked. We won 15 games with a terrible defense. And it was terrible because of injuries. It wasn't terrible because of scheme. It wasn't terrible because of talent. We had Joe Blow from the corner stove playing out there, bro.
Right.
You feel me? Like, we had, like, 3rd stringers that never get reps.
Last minute signs.
Come on, man. That was bagging groceries at Kroger.
Right.
And now he on the field. Like, practice team guys. We had them guys filling in. So it was only a matter of time before that gets exposed, right?
It was going to come
and Buffalo did it. They exposed it. Different team exposed it. But we always had the offensive firepower to continue to keep up. But when your offense turns the ball over 5 times in the playoffs,
this ain't the Texans game.
Man. This ain't
in the middle of the
season.
season.
In the middle of the season. This is a playoff game. Jared Goff choked, man. Jared Goff showed me. This is what Jared Goff, and see, I'm a forward thinker, right? Jared Goff really showed me that pocket quarterbacks are obsolete. They're like Windows 7, right? In the iPhone world, right? That they're still useful to some extent, right? He's still serviceable. He's still a good quarterback. He's accurate when he's not under duress. He's accurate. He can do his thing.
The mobile part of quarterbacks is what's
That's the new game. That's the new game. Look at Josh Allen. Look at him.
Still don't like
You don't like him, but I respect him. I don't like him either, but I respect Josh Allen. He's a dog.
Jaden Daniels.
Rookie, but see, when I say mobile quarterbacks, I don't need every mobile quarterback to be Michael Vick or to be Lamar Jackson.
Right.
Jalen Hurts. Look at Jalen Hurts.
To be like their 3rd running back on the field.
Yeah. So we don't need them to be like super fast, elusive, get chunk yards every time. No, but like Jaden Daniels, when he needed to get short yards, what'd he do? Bootleg out, get them a couple yards. You can't do that with Jared Goff.
No. You give that man a little bit of pressure, he gonna fall.
And then he's just as accurate as Jared Goff.
Yeah.
He's just as accurate going through his reads, checking down, boom, 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 surgical.
Yeah.
March right down the field, touchdown, field goal, whatever.
Yeah.
So when we turned it over, that fumble, and then we came later, and then Jared Goff threw a pick 6. And then, excuse me, but all hell breaks loose when J-Mo throws the pick.
That was really the end of it all.
Yeah, that was when it was like, turn the TV off.
Yeah, that's when I turned the TV off.
That's when Kendrick Lamar was, turn the TV off, turn the TV off.
That was when I stopped. That's when I stopped watching.
Yeah, that's when we turned the TV off. I started playing 2K. I'm not even lying. And people I'm online playing 2K in the rec. Dude's like, man, I can't believe Detroit lost. I muted them. Like, I don't want to hear it.
I didn't listen to the radio.
Yeah,
I didn't go on social media.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah. That hurt. That one hurt. You know what that pain remind me of 2016 when the Warriors lost 3-1 to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yep. That's exactly
what came back.
Remember, I was telling Frankie, I was telling Frankie, my cousin.
That hurt, man.
This really feels like 7, 3, and 9 year. And he's like, you know what? Cause I just said that to my group chat.
That hurt, man.
It really, really did hurt.
The thing about it, man, I just hate that, and then the 12th man on the field.
Oh, that one was because we had stopped them. We stopped them.
It was
right
4th down and 2.
Yes.
It was 4th and 2, and they had 12 men on the field. We could have stopped them.
Maybe Ford Field was a little too loud right there because
I don't care, bro. That's coaching stuff. That's why Dan Campbell was emotional. He knew. He knew. He said I didn't have my guys ready. They took too much of an advantage of that bye week.
Yeah.
They rested on their laurels that bye week because they want everybody to heal up, which is good. But they came in there thinking, rookie
it's
quarterback,
just the Commanders.
We gonna beat them.
I mean, we even thought that way. He's still a rookie.
I even said it. Look at the last podcast episode. I said, we're gonna spank your little bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
But I also said I like Jaden Daniels, and I'm rooting for them to,
And I'm gonna add this piece too
to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl.
I know you probably feel a little bit different, like
Kansas City
but Russell. I do genuinely feel some piece. There was a morale shift in Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn and these.
I don't think so.
I know, and that's why I said I know you feel differently, but let me say my piece. I genuinely feel that there was some sort of shift in that because it's like you choose now in a bye week of the playoffs to go interview for these positions. Can we focus on the playoffs right now before you go off and shop and see where you want to go?
Okay, I understand what you're saying, right? You do have a point with that. You do have a valid point. Some coaches like not Eberflus, what's Cliff Kingsbury, the OC, the offensive coordinator for the Commanders. There were teams shopping for him. And he said, I'll interview when the playoffs are done. The spin to that is they didn't have a bye week. Now, I will give Ben Johnson grace because he did it on a bye week and he did it via Zoom. So it wasn't like he went to these different places and he did a Zoom interview. So I give him that grace. I'm not really, I feel like the thing that killed the Lions, 3 things that killed them. 1, they underestimated their opponent. They had that number 1 seed. Everything come through Detroit. Everybody, me included, we were the whole city. Everybody like, hey, we going to the Super Bowl. I'm sure that they felt like that in that locker room. So they got a little too big-headed. That's 1. 2, they turned the ball over. You have to play clean. Out of those 5 turnovers, if they only made 2, they still probably would have won.
Yeah.
But you can't turn the ball 5 times? Yeah. 5 times?
What was it, 4 a pick? 4 of them?
3 picks.
3 picks.
Well, 4 picks. 3 by Jared Goff, 1 by J-Mo, and then Jared Goff fumbled. So Jared Goff was responsible for 4 turnovers. And out of them, 2 out of them 4 turnovers led to scores, touchdowns, because it was a pick 6.
So take away those 14 out of that 45.
That's 14, and add those 14 to us. The score will be reverse.
Yeah, and I say that, and I mean I get your point about giving them grace, but it's still the playoffs.
Yeah, that happens in the NFL,
and it sucks. And it sucks.
I'm not saying it happens.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't. It just sucks that for one, it's so public because it has to be public.
Yeah,
But it sucks also because it's like, bro, can we just focus? I don't need to know. I don't need to have in the back of my mind that my offensive coordinator and my defensive coordinator are out there, being shopped for head coaching jobs.
That's the thing. Detroit has never experienced this because all our coaches in Detroit, they get fired because we suck. This is the first time in history where they're looking at Detroit like, ooh, we want them coaches.
Wait till after the playoffs.
I get what you're saying, but it's a business. That's the way it happens.
Who do you guys think is right? Who do you agree with more, me or Darnell?
Tell me. You ain't gotta agree with me. That's a fact. It happens.
Tell me who you guys agree with.
This is not my opinion. This is what happened. That's a part of the business. That is what happens.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson I think y'all putting too much on Ben Johnson. Like some say, yes, he's a great offensive coordinator, but one monkey don't stop no show. I feel like I'm fully confident that Dan Campbell will get another good offensive coordinator
I am too.
to fill that void.
I am too.
We still have our core players. We still have, next year, we're not going to have as many injuries on defense now.
We'll have Hutch next
Hutch
year.
will be back. We'll have a chip on our shoulder, so we're still going to be good. Mm-hmm. We're still set in place. But the thing is, if we do win a Super Bowl, we're going to look back and say, dang, we could have won 2 or we could have won 3.
That could have been our third right there.
So
if we didn't lose against San Francisco.
Yeah, and I feel like, which one you think hurt worse?
One game away from the Super Bowl or
San Francisco loss or this past weekend's loss against the Commanders?
I think this one against the Commanders because
the
expectations were higher, but really I think the San Francisco game, maybe 1 or 2 things made it to where we lost, like that one gamble call that Dan did towards the end of the game.
But then Reynolds dropped the ball.
Yeah, Reynolds dropped the ball. So maybe those 2 things and probably.
Jameer Gibbs fumbled.
Yeah. Okay, so 3. But this one hurt more because we were the best team. We're number 1. We were higher than the Chiefs.
Yeah, and then Vegas are like, yeah, we the favorites to win the Super Bowl. I get all that, but I feel like
Commanders was.
I feel like losing at home was big.
Yeah.
Number 1 divisional round, and I even said like if we get that number 1 seed, we going to the Super Bowl. I still feel like last year hurt worse.
Really?
Because we were up 17 at halftime. All we need is 30 minutes.
That. Oh my God.
All we need is 30 minutes and we're in the Super Bowl.
Oh my God, you're
and
right.
it's no telling what we're going to do in the Super Bowl. San Francisco played like garbage in the Super Bowl.
They sure did. We would have been a better matchup.
Thank you. It's no telling what could have happened.
Yeah. No,
so
you're right.
That's why I feel like last year hurt a little bit worse because we was just that close. 30 minutes away, man. Remember we was at Jason's house watching the game, and I just
No, you're right.
I think that, I mean that's my opinion. I ain't trying to be right or wrong. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, no.
I feel like last year hurt worse because we were so close. Now this year hurts because of like you said, it's the expectation. Mm-hmm. We 15-2. We got the number 1 seed. It's like everything come through Detroit. Oh, we got the Commanders, the lowest ranking defense with our high power offense, which sold us out. Jared Goff played like trash, bro. He'll tell you. He said it. Mm-hmm. He played like trash. He was rattled. He just wasn't himself. And it happens, bro. Football is like that. It takes 1 game, 1 and done, and that's it. So we move on to Sunday. Sorry, Lions. See you next year.
All right. Maybe next year.
So we move on to Sunday where the Eagles and the Rams played. The Eagles won that 28-22, which I feel like the Rams could have won that. The Rams were this close from winning. They just didn't have enough. Yeah, the elements did play a part. You know, Jalen Hurts threw for like 38 yards. I don't think they're going to make it past Washington. I just don't see it, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong all this time. So, and then oh my God, the Bills and the Ravens.
Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt because
I'm a huge Lamar Jackson fan, man. And
that one,
Lamar kind of started the game off on some Jared Goff stuff, turning the ball over. He threw a pick. He fumbled. You know, in the playoffs, the teams that don't turn the ball over, that play clean on offense, they normally win the game, right? Now, there are teams that turn the ball over, come back and win. Things happen, right? It's football.
Right.
But the majority of the time in the playoffs, the team that plays the cleanest wins the game. Now, in the beginning of the game, Buffalo built the lead up. You know, they built the lead. I think it was like 21-7 or 21-10. And, Lamar turned it over, threw a pick. Then he turned around, he fumbled. They were dropping passes. Elements played a part. It was icy, snowy, rainy. It was ugly conditions. but they came back, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what made the game so good. I'm like, oh, yeah, come on, Lamar.
Right.
So they came back. They scored a touchdown. Less than a minute left. They score a touchdown. They go for two. Lamar rolls out, finds Mark Andrews wide the you-know-what open, butt booty naked open. Just wide open, dog. Like we say in football, he butt naked. You know what I mean? He wide open. He butt naked right there. Throw him the ball. He drops it. No one contested it. No one hit it out. He didn't have to worry about his feet being in.
He was just right at the goal line.
And it was a front catch. Like this. It wasn't like a reach or over his shoulder, or it was right here in the pouch. And he caught it and then dropped it. Just dropped. For the 2-point conversion. That would have tied the game. That's game. 27-25. So.
I hate that Josh Allen won.
Yeah. So now the conference championships, we got the Commanders, the Washington Commanders going right up to I-95 to Philadelphia. They're division rivals. NFC East, NFC Championship. So we got the Eagles and Commanders. That's Sunday at 3 p.m. on Fox. And then the primetime evening game at 6:30 on CBS. It's the Bills and the Chiefs in Kansas City. Oof. So I think Kansas City going to get their lick back. Yep. I think they're going to get their lick back, man. So
Chiefs and Eagles?
I say Chiefs and Commanders.
Chiefs and Commanders. I'm a little bit leaning towards the Commanders.
Chiefs and Commanders.
A little bit.
I don't know, man. So we'll have to see. They got to stop Saquon. Saquon ran for 200 yards last week, so he might do the same thing this week. So they got to stop Saquon, but they got to stop Jaden Daniels too.
Yeah.
So I like Jaden Daniels. He's so poised, cool as the other side of the pillow.
Mm-hmm. They say, what do you feel? I don't know if you've seen how he trains. I didn't
see that. Oh, he does a VR training?
He trains a VR. He trains on a VR.
That makes a big difference, too.
With 1.75 speed. So it puts you in the arena, in the stadium that you're playing in, and it calls plays for you. But he does it at 1.75 speed, so almost a double speed.
That's why he's so calm during the game.
And that's like the big story that was happening this week that I seen on social media. And so I think it's a very smart idea, and I feel like it's going to be catching on. And I think I read somewhere that they were starting it at LSU.
Yeah, so, see, and you mental. Hey, that's mental. Look at Joe Burrow, man. I'm telling y'all, man, these LSU quarterbacks ain't no joke, man.
Yeah.
So, hey, and that's one quarterback that Mahomes do not want to see. I don't think the Chiefs worry about the Bills. I don't think they worried about them. I don't think they worry about the Ravens. Because every time the Chiefs play the Ravens or the Bills, they pull it off.
Yeah.
Who they worried about? Joe Burrow. The Bengals will send him home, bro. You see, the Bengals went to the Super Bowl against the Rams that year, but that was Matt Stafford year.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? And they had Aaron Donald. It wasn't nothing Joe Burrow can do with Aaron Donald. So. But anyway,
heartbreak for Detroit. Be nice to us, you guys.
No, don't be nice. I was talking junk. I deserve it. I'll eat crow.
Be gentle with us.
I like crow. Just give me some franks.
Were rooting for us, even though you guys rooted for different teams, and those who were rooting for us.
That's cool.
Be nice to us.
That happens, man.
Okay.
At least the Cowboys ain't winning it, so.
Just don't let the Bills win, you guys.
No, they ain't win. I don't think they're going to beat Baby Goat. If Baby Goat lose, it's going to be the big game. That's what I think. And then they owe them. They beat them last time. So that's something they want to get back. They want to get their lick back.
Right.
So,
but that's it, you guys.
Your NFL scores.
That's your NFL. Wow, we're going to get copyrighted.
Right. So, guys, that'll do it, man. That is episode 8, man. So, some good news, housekeeping items, man. Very soon, I don't have a date, but our other co-host, Buck, will be back.
Yeah.
He will be back. Work schedule has changed, which allows him to come over and record. Mm-hmm. You know us, we don't like to do the Riverside thing. Not yet. We're going to do it because I'm going to have different guests further down the line in the season once we get things aligned. But Buck will be able to come over to the crib and film.
Mm-hmm. Give me a break for a little bit.
Give Lily a little break. Been running her ragged a little bit. So, but yeah. So that's one thing. Another thing is, what else we got? I feel like it's something else I want to share with the people.
I know we want to be more active on the podcast Instagram page.
Yes.
So
if you guys follow UFG Universal Footgear, make sure you run over to the UFG podcast page.
At the UFG podcast.
The UFG podcast. It's that simple. It's on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow. Because we want to be more active and we want to do like polls for subjects, content, but I think we only got like, we can do a Q&A too.
Let's do a Q&A, guys.
And then I think we only got, let's see, I'm going to tell y'all, we only got 52 followers over there. So
let's run it up, guys.
Run it up. Let's get that up over 1,000 and let's get some content and we could do some Q&As. We can do certain things and have some participation type stuff. So we could get that going. Y'all stay tuned. We got more sneaker content where just myself, we're doing reviews, releases. I got a video that's in the chamber right now. Some slept on sneakers that I feel like I got some stuff talking about cool sneakers that you could get for under retail. So got some good information for you guys who are into sneakers as well, like I am. Or if you're just embarking on this journey and you want to tap into the culture, you're in the right place. So make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe. We'll see y'all next week, episode 9, right? We moving right along. We on episode 9 already, man. So episode 9, we'll be moving right along.
That will be the Pro Bowl episode, probably. Yeah, because it'll be this one. The championship, the divisional.
It'll be and then we'll see who's going to the Super Bowl.
Right, yeah, that'll be that.
So we'll be able to tell y'all what's the Super Bowl matchup. The Commanders and Chiefs, I think. I don't know. I don't know no more. I don't really care. Baby,
after that Lions loss, we don't know no more.
Baby, go ahead and 3-peat, bro.
Right, just
or
do
Jaden
it, bro.
Daniels, that'd be dope. Jaden Daniels, a rookie, winning the Super Bowl. That's like never happened before. Like so. Yeah. That'd be dope too. So I don't know.
We just want to see a good game.
I just don't want the Eagles to win because I'm tired of seeing Gilly dance with that big giant Eagles hat on, and he annoying.
I don't want the Bills to win, so it has to be the Commanders and the Chiefs. So.
Yeah, so all right, man.
Guys, we'll see.
So we're gonna do it. That'll do it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. Once again, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Talk about the UFG podcast. Thank you guys on Spotify for listening. Thank you guys on Apple Podcasts for listening, and thank you guys for YouTube for listening and watching. Man, we love you guys so much. Always remember to keep making noise until somebody hear you, because I guarantee you they gonna hear you. And once they do, you stay ready. That way you never have to get ready. You feel me? I love you guys so much. Remember, consistency breaks resistance. Keep it going. I love y'all. Y'all stay up. We see y'all next week on the next episode. Peace.
Like what you heard? Make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share with your friends. Stay tuned for more on the UFG podcast. And remember, keep making noise until somebody hears you.